24. When we were doing 24, I had shot the pilot, and then I went away to do 2 other films. I wasn't sitting around waiting to see if it was going to get picked up.
If I give you a phone number, could you hack in and get all the internet passwords connected to it?
Sure, if you have a warrant.
And if I didn't have a warrant?
It's important.
It's pretty important.
And the truth is, it was just different enough that I thought it doesn't really have a chance. The whole idea of everything being filmed in real time, it'd never been done before. We didn't know if it was going to work. And I would rather stick a darning needle in my eye than have to work out some of the logistics that Howard Gordon and Joel Surnow and Bob Cochran did. But the truth is, I really liked the character. There was something so nice about not being the bad guy. There was something so nice about, this is the guy you want to win. Having said that, it was painfully obvious to me out of the gate that he never would. He was never going to win. The odds were too big, and he was just one person. And so what I found really interesting in the process of developing that character over the first season was that there are people in our world who do jobs that they're never going to succeed at, and yet we would not be here if it weren't for them. I fell in love with that guy. It was just like, I can't say that I'm that guy, but I absolutely admired the character. I think all of us felt very strongly that terrible day of 9/11, when our show started to kind of emulate one of the great tragedies in American history. I mean, I remember going through weeks of not wanting to do it anymore. And I think everybody on the show felt the same way. It was like, I don't want anything coming close to representing this awful thing that I just watched happen. Having said that, the country felt very differently. Even if it was just a television show and a guy fighting back, that's what they wanted. And that's what we did.
Get these men to back off and holster their weapons! Back off! Stand down! Let them back off! Get them to holster their weapons! Now! Lower your weapon!
I often think about how lucky I am to have had that opportunity. I got to work with a cast and crew over 9 seasons that I will consider family to the day I die, even if I don't get to see them every day like we used to. I have pictures of my daughter at the beginning of 24 in grade 6. I have pictures of my daughter at the end of 24 graduating from NYU. It was a huge part of mine and my family's life. And I miss it. It was an incredible experience. I have learned that you're just better off not to be definitive about your answer about whether you will do something or not do something. I've loved playing that character. I do believe the story is unresolved. And if something were to be written that made sense to me and that I thought was going to contribute to the franchise, then I would be behind it. And even if my participation in that would be limited, I thought the series that they went to go do, I was very excited for all of them for that too. And my involvement, again, will always be predicated on what I perceive to be the quality of the writing. Howard Gordon, who was the showrunner for so many years, is a fantastic writer, and so if he's motivated to do something, we'll see what happens.